Всем привет! Еще раз попытка номер 2, я надеюсь, что она же будет успешная. Меня зовут Анна Рунов, я бизнес-директор компании Виллис, и сегодня у нас рубрика «Эфир со звездой», и в гостях великолепная Камилла Fischbacher. У нас небольшие
Group of well, down so I'll call them 2020. You предварительно none of us have evolution. We should actually
поддерживать связь, и Камилла очень бы хотела, чтобы люди остались способными, да, коммуницировать и быть вовлеченными в процессы и решать такой месседж, да, такой hope от Камиллы. And what do you think Camilla will be with the textile business? I know the question is quite provocative. What would you advise to textile designers? And what would you advise to textile companies? And to how to survive, who will survive, and your key messages for textile decorators, because everyone is tough and concerning, and to textile companies as well. So what do you think on this?
Well, I would just say, just basing it on my own personal experience, having been like never before in my own house so long, I feel a great desire to fix things in my house. You know, I just bought glue and wallpaper paste and wallpaper for the first time in my life. I want to try it myself. So my advice is, I think people, it's not even advice. My experience is that I want to change things. And especially since I won't be able to travel for a while, I want to sort of travel in my mind and bring things outside, bring them in. So I see that as perhaps it'll be a great opportunity where people will look at their own homes and say, hey, you know what? I can actually sew this myself, or I can fix this, or I can glue this. But that means they could also work together with us. So my friend, actually, she helped me. I had no idea how to do wallpaper, and she found out online that there was a company nearby that you could order things on telephone and then just put the money in an envelope, and they would stuff the, you know, push out the buckets with the rolling pins and everything. And she was so sweet. She helped me do the whole thing. I think people will be maybe more creative in their home space and want to do something new. So I also see it as a potential, something positive. I do think that we really need to work on our electronic presence. As you saw, I wasn't very good at getting online or doing things. I think that's
У нас очень много попыток, я пытаюсь вернуться и все-таки, да, закончить разговор с Камиллой. У нас сегодня было много попыток, но, как говорит Камилла, нужно ставить вопросы корректно. Нет слова «нет» в нашей жизни, поэтому мы будем пытаться договорить «yes, Camilla, I see you». There is no for us. We will find a way, I'm sure. So
perfect.
yes. So we will find a way. There is no.
Absolutely. You just haven't figured out how to get to yes.
Definitely. So, and again, we're exploring it's new reality. Why not? So, because so many questions, I cannot take this scene, you know, because many people has so many questions to you. So I will not take this scene and say bye. So we were talking about trends, in how it will be impacted into our life. I was explaining about your idea, and after you came to the advices to decorators. So we're talking about wall covering that you exploring for you with glue, with the wallpaper experience.
Yep.
By the way, you have never tried your wallpapers of Christian Fischbacher?
Though that's what I'm trying. But I don't normally do it myself. Yeah,
you were offering so many times to so many people in the world. Now it's time.
It's time. It's time, definitely.
So for textile, let me translate for your advices for textile decorators first. Итак, друзья, мы задали, конечно же, вопрос Камиле по поводу того, что она советует делать текстильным дизайнерам, да, сейчас на карантине. И Камила говорит, что, вы знаете, я просто могу рассказать, чем я занимаюсь, да, вот в своей жизни сейчас. И она привела пример совершенно такой интересный. Она говорит, что я стала смотреть по-другому на свой дом. Камила мало бывает дома, много путешествует, всегда коллекции, да, разработка в разных странах, презентации. И для дом стал выглядеть совершенно по-другому, восприниматься. Ей захотелось что-то изменить. Камила рассказывает, что да, наступил тот момент, когда я купила клей, взяла обои, мне привезли там доставка под дверь, соблюдая все меры предосторожности, и я со своей подругой по телефону пыталась изучить, как же все-таки наклеить обои, и вот в общем-то, для Камилы такое, да, решение – это заняться чем-то дома, обустроить свой быт, да, и посмотреть на свою жизнь, на свой обычный дом по-другому, да, и попробовать, ну, и, возможно, это даст вам новый взгляд на жизнь тоже. So what about, Camilla, what about what you do now? Are you fond of reading? What about photographing now? Maybe you'll find some new hobbies for you, or you're researching, because you're a very wandering person, I know. So what is your wonder except the renovation of your house? Now it's your new project.
Well, yeah, it's been fun to also rediscover. I really like cooking, and it's been fun to do a lot of cooking together with my family, and my kids are really good at it too. They're grown up, so we've been taking turns, sort of spoiling each other, making new dishes and trying new cuisines. So that's been fun and exciting. And I've also had time to look at my art books, to read, and to slow down a little bit. Because normally at this time of year, I would be in Japan. I love going there. I would be in Milan. But normally this time is so hectic that I barely unpack my suitcase. I literally land, drop things, throw them in the laundry, wash them, put them back in the suitcase, keep going. And I love it. I'm not complaining. It's a great part of my life, but on the other hand, I do get tired towards the end of it. And this year, I've realized that I don't have to do so many things in one day. I could actually do them in 2 days, or even sometimes in 4 days. So just slowing down has also been a good lesson for me. But I also finally managed to clear out my own closet. Because normally that's the last thing I ever want to do. And I actually cleared it out, and I'm so proud because I got rid of things I haven't worn in ages. I color coordinated everything. I got a little crazy, but I actually enjoyed doing that too. It was good. So I think the main thing is to discover new things. Don't allow yourself to think, oh, what am I going to do today? There's nothing to do. There's always something to do. There's so much to do, at least for me. I could definitely stay a couple more months and still have a lot to do. I hope I don't.
So you are enjoying now this just slowing of time and just being a normal wife and housewife and cooking and kitchen and some hobby, some handicraft and like this. Okay.
Yeah, and spending time over dinner with the family. That's been really, really nice.
Yeah, one of the biggest benefits of our life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Конечно же, да, кстати, спасибо, Наташа, за комментарий. Я немножко упустила, допереведу первый блок про советы дизайнерам. Да, Камила предлагает посмотреть на жизнь, на свою жизнь дизайнером, да, с такого ракурса. Дизайнер в доме равно новый дом, да. Очень классная идея, задумайтесь, да, об этом, почему бы и не принять эту идею себе. Ну, конечно же, я спросила, чем еще Камила занимается на карантине, да, и для Камилы сейчас это такое время замедления, да, потому что много путешествует, и обычно в апреле это много поездок в Милан на выставке, да, вы знаете, да, обычно в это время все там у нас находятся, да, в салоне, пропосты, и Камила всегда практически не распаковывает чемоданы, и сейчас для нее такая возможность немножко замедлиться, готовить, проводить время с близкими, с семьей, наслаждаться чтением, да, ну, в общем-то, замедлиться и немножко попытаться приблизиться к обычной, к нормальной жизни. Yes, Camilla, we have a questions here. So Nadia Shukin is asking about your how do you like feel about wabi sabi style? Do you love it?
Yes, I absolutely do. I think there's so much poetry, there's so much beauty in allowing things to not be perfect. And it's definitely something that speaks to me. I can't get things perfect anyway, so I might as well enjoy the imperfection of the beauty of imperfection. And allowing things to wear out, allowing things to get old. I love that. And I really, really enjoy that a lot. Yeah, as a philosophy and as an approach to life. Yeah.
Камила, отвечая, мы сейчас посмотрели вопросы, Надя Щукина задала вопрос по поводу того, нравится ли Камиле ваби-саби стиль, и Камила сказала, что да, один из таких для нее очень стилей, который она очень-очень любит и наслаждается. By the way, what's your favorite style? So wabi-sabi is your favorite? Or,
oh gosh, it's definitely among my favorites. Yes. Yeah, it's the one, I find it a very gentle approach. And like I said, I admire people who have this stark, minimalistic, clean lines and no color. I think it's really cool. It's just not me. I could never do it. I like to collect things. I like old things. I like seeds. I mean, even the necklace I'm wearing is made from little seeds. I like interesting textures, rough surfaces. And that really, I would say, probably is the closest to wabi-sabi. But there's so many other beautiful directions that I wouldn't say it's the only one. It's just one that speaks to me personally, yes.
New collections and creations. What's your favorite moment in creation of collection?
Oh, wow. I think actually one of my favorite moments is the excitement just after we've presented the collection. And like when you're there in Paris and we're showing it to everyone, or when I'm in Japan and we present the collection and we see the fabrics actually for the first time big. You know, before that, I'm still always working with tiny little pieces or half a slice of something. And then when you see each colorway in a big piece, and you get the feedback, you get the oohs and the ahs and people appreciating it because you're showing it to professionals. That's probably one of my favorites. That combined with the excitement of looking for the new collection. That's super exciting. When I'm traveling, I'm visiting producers, we're talking, my designer and I are discussing, and everything's open. You know, all the ideas are good because we haven't figured out which one it is. And so it's a very positive, exciting moment as well.
Pieces only right before the presentation, because we are always
often.
Because we are always, when we are talking about the samples, you know, about some advices for designers, what is better to get samples in books or in hangers. And of course, we always say, Natalie, she is here, by the way, she always say, can you remember, ladies, can you remember when Camilla is presenting her collections? Like
Yeah.
this big piece of theater show. It's our favorite one. So there is no other
Yeah.
questions why we buy big piece or or small book. It's nothing. Of course, it's the most impressive
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think to see a big piece of fabric and you see the results like a baby you've done.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
And in its full glory, because, you know, in the end, it's going to be either on a sofa or on a curtain. It's going to be a big piece, you know, these tiny little things. If it looks good small, just imagine how great it can look when it's big. But, you know, we often don't see all of the colorways big. So when I get to sort of throw the fabrics and have these big pieces, that's really where you see how beautiful each colorway is. And like I said, sometimes we don't get to see it until quite late. So that's that final satisfaction. It's like if you're in a play, you practice and practice and practice and practice, and then you have the final night, right? That's sort of our, that makes everything worth it.
я спросила у Камилы, какой любимый момент в разработке коллекции, да, и Камила вспомнила, конечно же, наверное, самый впечатляющий момент, который у нас всегда перед глазами, да, это когда большой фрагмент, большой отрез ткани, да, показывает всю красоту дизайна. И, между прочим, интересный факт. Оказывается, я вот лично этого не знала, да, Камила сейчас поделилась и рассказала, что зачастую готовый дизайн в большом фрагменте, да, в полном повторе, в полном рапорте, в большом отрезе, она видит впервые прямо перед презентацией коллекции в Париже, да, обычно они работают с маленькими фрагментами, оказывается, да, и вот этот момент, да, когда большое полотно ткани с красивым дизайном, да, это тот самый момент, когда похоже, да, на рождение ребенка, да, ты вот увидел и насладился, получилось. Yeah, it's quite an inspirative moment, so I'm just repeating in my mind always. And Camilla, again, come back to business because, of course, we want to talk more about this because you're a business lady. Finally, what would be your advice to textile companies? So after the crisis, I mean, after this situation, what the priorities for them, how to survive and what to do? Maybe you can share.
Yeah, again, I don't know if I'm really the right person to be giving anybody advice, except for how we're approaching things. You know, we're cautiously optimistic. We obviously, your company needs to be in a good financial standing so they can weather this wave of uncertainty. You know, keeping things lean. But I really do think that once things return to, let's say, a more normal way, or my hope, but I also think that a lot of people might feel the same way, that they want to spend some money on their own homes because they've been spending so much time at home. And this is our business, is to make people's homes more beautiful. So I think in a way to approach people to help them do that. I think there is a possibility of great opportunity. Obviously, technology has been fantastic for us all. Otherwise, you and I wouldn't be able to have a conversation. It's a unifying factor, but it's only that tangible, you know? I mean, it's wonderful to see you, but if I could actually give you a hug and say hello and give you a kiss on the cheek, I would prefer that. So I think personal visits once we can. But again, I don't know. I don't know what the future is. I don't know when this is going to end. But my advice would be to companies is to make sure that you are electronically available to your customers in whatever form that you determine is the best way. but to form a platform so that people who want to change their house and do new curtains or upholstery or bedding or carpets or whatever, because I really do think after you've been spending time in the four walls of your house that you might want to change. So I think there could be a very positive thing coming out of that. I don't know if that's advice rather than a hope. So again, I think we will come out of this stronger, but that's just also my wish rather than advice. Yeah.
Your clients now? Sorry? Experience, and do you have this experience now? Are you Zooming your clients now? You mean you were saying about be available, and that is why I'm wondering whether you do something right now.
Well, I don't have that much contact with clients. I have more contact with my team. I have been asked, well, first of all by you, but also next week for another interview. I guess people are looking for new content, more interests. But again, that's just been personal, and I don't really lead any projects to have direct contact with customers. That's what our salespeople do. But for example, our sales staff in Germany, things are opening up in Germany already, and they're visiting customers. So it depends on the country, you know, and the regulations of your country and how they go forward. In Italy, our warehouses just opened on Friday. It's very cautious opening. But I mean, you have to follow the guidelines of each country that you're in and see how you can do it. But I haven't personally had any Zoom connection with customers, but I have with my marketing team. We are working on updating our website. Those are things you can do. You know, it's like cleaning out your closet. It's the same thing, like cleaning up your website, organizing stuff, making sure all your address lists are good. These are all the things that you never really want to do and you never have time for. Well, you have the time for it. That's my advice. You have time to clear out your samples. You have time to, you know, alphabetize things, like all those things that you never have time because you're running and running. Now you have the time for it. And so you can use the time well so that when things open up, you can go straight out the door. That's my advice.
Thank you. Let me translate a bit. И, конечно же, я вернула Камилу к разговору по поводу бизнеса и что она думает про будущее, какой будет ее самый большой совет для текстильных компаний. Да? Насколько я поняла, прогноз Камилы по поводу будущего в текстильном бизнесе на ближайшую перспективу, он положительный, потому что как только люди выйдут из кризиса, будет большой спрос на красивые вещи, да, на изменения дома, интерьера, да, и ее прогноз тут положительный на ближайший, да, срок. Про долгосрочную перспективу я пока не спрашивала, да. По поводу совета, да, Камилла считает, что очень важно будет для любой текстильной компании быть доступным клиента, быть контактным, быть в общении. Вот это, наверное, будет ключевая вещь для бизнеса, на что стоит обратить внимание. Компания, да, работает в режиме Zoom, конечно, по разработке, по коллекции, по встречам директоров и с персоналом, конечно же, Камилла общается по Zoom. Я спросила, общаются ли они с клиентами, такой зуминг, да, появилась тенденция. А Камилла сказала, что нет, пока не делаем, но работают некоторые, да, менеджеры в разных странах, в зависимости от того, насколько возможно работать в таком режиме безопасности, карантина все-таки продолжают работу, и некоторые склады, некоторые офисы в определенном... Wow, Camilla, it's so interesting to talk to you always. So many ideas and inspiration. So we have also many questions to you about. Let me check. Here. By the way, you were mentioned that, of course, you are a very team working person, and you just mentioned that still keeping in touch with your team on Zoom and working. And Natalie is asking about one question about your rules to your staff. Which thing you will never forgive to your staff? It's a very interesting question.
Huh. Well, you know what? I think the most important thing in any relationship is trust. So if people are working from home, you trust them. If people are doing things, you trust them. I think the thing I would not forgive is if I lose the trust in someone. But the basis of every relationship is based on trust. So it's mutual. You trust them, they trust you. I think the thing I wouldn't forget, I don't know why, but the thing that would be unforgivable would be someone who broke my trust. Yeah.
I agree with you. Я задала вопрос, сейчас мы перешли к вопросам, много было, да, и Наташа Зорина задала такой вопрос, какую ошибку, да, что Камилла никогда не простит своей команде, да, или члену своей команды, да, людям, с которыми работает. И Камилла, да, достаточно командоориентированный руководитель, и видите, да, вопрос, то все-таки базовая вещь для Камиллы – это доверие. Единственная вещь, да, как ответила Камилла, которую она не готова простить, да, это единственная вещь, которая все остальное можно исправить, да. Also, there are many for style. Also from Natalia questions. Natalia is working now about some new programs. You know, now it's time of online education. So we do also many things, you know, on Willis, we do many education programs, and Natalia is working on different programs and our trend book, and then about making a collection for design studio, how to combine collection, how to choose, and some advices to designers who wants to work with luxury segment, and some principles of work online. Also, it's very on top now. You know, some designers now in Russia, they really do projects online.
Fantastic.
So this is our new reality. And now Natalia is asking you the question, could you draw five important points that should be featured to good designer?
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, should we define what you mean by designer? You mean an interior designer or industrial designer? I mean, it's such a big term.
For textile decorator, I think maybe.
Textile decorators. Okay.
Yes.
I think first and foremost, you really need to listen to the needs of your customer. Maybe not go already with your idea of how they should be living, but rather really listen to them. And then if you can sort of tailor it to their needs. And it's confusing sometimes because customers themselves don't necessarily know what they need. So I know that from some of my friends who are designers, you are also half, let's say, a consultant between the husband and the wife, because they have different ideas.
It's a very tricky story.
Very tricky, yeah. Which side? Don't take sides. Try to maybe interpret one to the other so you can lead them together to maybe the third option. I don't envy interior designers. What they do is remarkable. It's very, very personal. You're going into someone's personal space, and you need to like perhaps help them express themselves. You know, I think what's sad is when I go into a space where the designer has just designed a space, but you don't feel any personal touch of the owners. But some people don't want that. So again, if the designer knows that those people don't want that, they want it sleek and clean and, you know, all that, then they're doing the right thing. So I think the key thing is really listen to your customers, figure out what they want, and then follow through and don't get distracted, because it's not dissimilar to my job in that sometimes our managers would sort of pull me in one direction in our style or another. And I said, wait, you keep telling me we need a distinct style, and then you keep trying to pull me in this way and in that way. He said, well, yeah, because I expect you to say no when you need to say no. And I expect you to contemplate and listen to my suggestion. But if I'm wrong, don't do it. And I thought, oh, okay. That's a new way to learn. You know, when I was younger and I first started, I was trying to please everybody. And that's the worst thing you can do. You need to listen. You need to take advice, but then you need to make your own direction. That's why they asked for the designer. Because if they could do it themselves, they would have done it. And I think you need to listen, but you need to find your direction and you need to guide them. I don't know if those are 5. I didn't count, sorry.
Second is to take advices.
Yeah.
Third one is to take your decision and follow your direction.
There we go. Yeah, you're better at it than me. Thank you.
Okay, I'm trying to explain. Наташ, ответ для тебя и для всех. Вопрос был от Наташи Зориной с просьбой выделить основные 5 качеств, которые важны для текстильного декоратора. Мнение Камиллы. Первое, что сказала Камилла, это очень важно умение слушать. Умение слушать своего клиента. Камилла привела пример, да, своих клиентов, когда идет общение по проекту между супругами, мужем и женой, и когда ты находишься в центре этих событий. И очень важно уметь услышать, да, что хочет клиент, и найти да, тот баланс, уметь слушать. Первое качество, которое должно быть присуще дизайнеру. Да? Вторая вещь, про которую сказала Камилла, это умение принимать решения, слушать советы, да, слушать советы. И она привела такой пример. В своей команде, да, она всегда очень просит и настаивает у своих подчиненных, да, членов креативной команды говорить свое мнение. Причем говорить его достаточно критично и говорить, и не бояться выражать несогласие, говорить нет, если это, по их мнению, что-то не подходит. И для Камиллы это такой способ научиться чему-то, узнать что-то, да, и эта критика, это равно для Камиллы слушать советы, да, советоваться, да, это вторая вещь, которую выделяет Камилла. Собственно, и оставаться все-таки придерживаться своей линии, да, follow your direction, как говорит Камилла, все-таки дизайнер должен соблюдать, да, какой-то баланс и придерживаться своего выбирает, да. И следующее качество, которое важно, это все-таки умение принимать решения, да, потому что все-таки это собрав все вот эти мнения, решение всегда. Советы от Камиллы. Наташ, я надеюсь, что 4 пункта важны, да, которые я попыталась их выразить. So, Camilla, many questions is still coming. I'm trying to draw the best. What people are asking, of course, look, you're running business, you're making collections, you're cooking at the same time your wife, and you have 3 kids, kids.
And a dog and 2 cats.
A dog and 2 cats. And also you have this wallpaper, story, and everything, and all the work. What's your secret? How you in every field you look successful and happy person and happy lady. What's your secret? What you know? Share us, please.
You know, I think first and foremost, what really gives you energy is if you do something that you like. If you're passionate about something, if you enjoy doing it, it gives you energy. It doesn't take energy from you, you know? So I think the most important thing is to find something that you want to do, that you get up in the morning and you don't think, oh my God, I can't believe I have to do that. But rather, you know, of course I have those days too. There's some days I don't want to get on an airplane. But, you know, I also realize, yeah, but then I get to go and do this, and I get to go and eat these special sushi in Osaka, and then I get to go and do, you know, XYZ. So it can be an adventure. Yeah, very long, boring, let's say, meetings can be draining. But on the other hand, you mix it with, you know, with something else. And then maybe one secret that I have really developed during this time is I've always wanted to meditate more and do yoga. I know it sounds like, you know, oh, everyone's doing that, but it is actually something that helps. It really, really helps. The regularity of it, the quiet, the calmness, but also the physical activity. I think that's really, really important because my mind is much stronger than what my body is always capable of doing. Like if I would only sleep the amount my mind wants to do, I mean, I would be wiped out. So I think it's important to get a balance, you know, balance of sleep and of exercise and all of that. But first and foremost, if your day is filled with things that you like to do, it gives you energy, and I'm lucky that I'm able to do that. But it's also being positive about what you have, you know, don't always worry about what you don't have or what you'd like to get. Be happy with what you got.
That in your LinkedIn profile it was written, I love what I do. So
I do.
Every field you're enjoying, that is a
Yeah.
great way and secret how to get energy and be happy.
Yeah.
Ну и, конечно же, самый такой популярный вопрос, который спрашивали у нас многие, в чем же секрет Камиллы, успешная бизнес-леди, арт-директор компании успешной, творческая личность, дизайнер, фотограф, супруга любящая и любимая, мама троих детей, и еще кошек, еще у них в доме кошки и собаки, питомцы, и вообще много всего. И в чем секрет успеха, да? Везде, в какую сторону ни посмотри, везде Камилла счастлива, да? И Камилла говорит, что для нее секрет успеха — это все-таки да, черпать энергию, да, и наслаждаться каждым направлением, где она, да, в которое она погружается. И сейчас Камилла говорит, что для нее очень много, да, ей очень много. Она говорит, что да, сейчас все занимаются йогой, но при этом для нее это такой новый опыт, достаточно недавний, да, и она много практикует, и источник thank you so much. You're amazing. I feel your energy even here, and I could make questions for many, many hours. And I wish that comes that you are saying when we would have an opportunity to make a big hug and talk.
That would be lovely.
To take a cup of wine and enjoy this time in. Hope this time will come soon and people will be really appreciate each other and deserve the most essential things that we really have to estimate. And thank you very much for your time.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's been, I'm glad we worked it out. Thanks for everyone's patience. Sorry about the glitches.
From us also there was some kind of the disconnection, but there is no.
There's no. We just have to find a way. Exactly.
Thank you so much. People are texting and sending you many, many kisses. Camilla is the best. Super. Thank you so much. You're great. say the best wishes to all your family, to Mickey, to your kids, to your cats and dogs, to walls of your house.
Thank you.
So,
thank you so
to
much.
everything. So thank you very much for being with us. We really enjoyed these connections. So we did it.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. So maybe next time we will talk about your new collection and you will share us.
I'm so excited, actually. I can't wait till we can start on it. We're just starting again, and I think it's going to be a great one. I'm really looking forward to showing it to you.
Great experience for us, and stay safe, and big hug, and
wash your hands and big hugs.
And wash your hands.
Yes.
Thank you very
bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for all the lovely comments. Thank you.